Hey there guys, so today we are going to be talking about the PlayStation Portal. I've had this since it came out and I haven't used it as much as I probably would want to. There's some reasons for that. I'll get into those later on. But I mean overall, I think it's a pretty solid device for 200 bucks. The value here is pretty solid for what you're getting, just like the device itself. You're getting the DualSense controller, 8-inch screen, uh, you know, it's like for 200 bucks, that's not bad at all. So like for 200 bucks, you could go and get the Explorer buds that are not out yet, but will be. So like compare, getting those earbuds to this. Not that they're bad earbuds, but like what you're getting here, you're just gonna get more out of it compared to earbuds. But also, it's not really the fairest comparison to make. Comparing apples and oranges, they're very two different things. But just wanted to say that. And I will say this device is not too bad. It'll probably be there for some people, and well, maybe a lot of people because this thing has been sold out since it was released, and it is December 5th already. Still has not been in stock, and there's people buying them for $300 plus on eBay with, no questions asked. They just really want to have this device. Now, I will say if I really wanted to have a remote player, I wouldn't really. I know like people are saying just get a backbone, slap it on your phone, but I don't really. Why would I want to do that? So I'm gonna be using a smaller screen on my phone. Not that it's like it's gonna be a better screen than this, but also it's gonna be a smaller screen, and then my phone I use it for other things besides just playing games remotely. Like I want my phone battery to be charged so I can do other things with it throughout the day. And if I'm playing games on there, that's going to kill my battery fairly quickly. And then I have an iPhone, so playing games on there for extended periods is also going to heat my phone up, and then that can affect the battery health. And I'm trying to keep it at 100% for as long as possible, or keep as high as possible for the life of me having the phone. So to me, the backbone just isn't really a compelling option. Plus, with this guy, you're getting the DualSense controller, which you have all the features of the DualSense controller. Being though like the touchpad being on the screen is a little bit weird. They could have put it back here to where you could use your middle finger instead of like awkwardly reaching down here, just like can I hit this? Where if it was on the back, but that probably would drive up the cost of the device a little bit, and then the profit margin would be smaller for Sony. So they probably really wouldn't want to do that. It's just easier to put it on the screen that's already there. But yeah, so if I were wanting a remote player, this would be my go-to because I mean even after playing The Witcher for like an hour and a half or so, or like 2 hours, I still had 2 bars left. I'm down to one now, since I've had this on to shoot this video for like 2 hours at this point. So, I mean, you're gonna get maybe like 4.5 hours of playtime out of this. You can turn the brightness down a little bit to kind of improve that. But if you want a remote player, then I feel like this is just gonna be the best option that you have. And not using your phone and just using this, I think is just so much better. There's other devices where you could remote play on that are going to cost you more. But like say, if you have a MacBook, you could remote play on there, and you could connect your DualSense controller. Because I mean, if you're looking at this, you already have a PlayStation 5, so that's another thing that you could do. And I mean, that's going to be a good screen. The battery's going to last a long time, and you're going to be able to do another thing that this can't do is get into secured web pages where they have the like terms of service that you need to agree to, because this does not have a web browser, so you can't do that. But maybe they'll add a web browser later. Um, but then that's kind of a drawback for me as well. Like not having a web browser on here, I can't use this at work. I can't use it at like some hotels you probably would not be able to use this at, things like that, which is kind of annoying. But I will say, if you're somebody that has a lot of daily things that you need to do in some game, or like you feel like you have to, do them. And especially with the holiday coming up here, you're going to your grandparents or another relative's house for the holidays, staying there for the weekend. You bring this guy with you, and you don't have to just be like some weird guy that would bring your PlayStation with you and try to be like, can I hook it up to the TV so I can do my dailies? Like that would just be really weird. So you wouldn't really do that. But if you have this guy, you bring it with, you can charge and everything there, log on, do your daily things, put it away. Next day, do your daily things, and you still have access to everything on your PlayStation as long as they have solid Wi-Fi. And then for connection issues, I know people have had some stuff. I haven't really had any connection issues other than maybe a few times here and there, but nothing really super crazy. I haven't been like playing and then get kicked out or anything like that, like I've seen some other people run into. And I feel like this is something that's really hard to communicate across videos because like everybody's gonna have a different experience when it comes to the Wi-Fi networks that they've used this on. But like my home Wi-Fi network is like half a gig, so or more. So definitely plenty of speed and plenty of bandwidth to use this on without any problems, without really any latency or anything like that. And then any of the networks that are outside of my home that I have use this on are all like 25 to 30, I'll say. Yeah, somewhere in there. So like those have all been pretty solid already. So like I've had a good experience because I've used it on solid Wi-Fi networks. Now if you have like something really bad that's like if I could use this on my work Wi-Fi network, when I'm watching videos on my phone at work, sometimes they'll buffer because I've ran a speed test and I'm getting like maybe like like 3 megabytes per second. Like it's pretty bad and a little bit annoying sometimes. So like this would probably be a bad experience on that network. But again, I can't get in there because I need to accept terms of service on a web browser that this does not have. So, you know, I feel like it's always just take that with a grain of salt when it comes to the connectivity that you're going to have. And then I will say the last thing I have a problem with is like the screen. I mean, it's going to be fine, I feel like for most people. But for me, as someone that plays a lot of single player story based games, so like Spider Man 2 that just came out, or playing Final Fantasy, or what else I got in here? Like playing Horizon Forbidden West, Horizon Zero Dawn, I'm not going to want to play those on here because I really want to get the full experience. And I mean, why am I going to play on this screen here when I have an OLED that I can play on that's going to look so much better? I have the HomePods, which I would probably give people crap about having HomePods, but if you can get these pretty cheap, these two HomePods actually give amazing home audio. It's an amazing system. I'm pretty surprised by it. But when I have that set up, and then I got the lights behind the TV, like I'm just gonna go and use this, and it's just gonna give me a better experience. Why would I not use that? But if you're playing multiplayer games or something like that, or you're playing stuff like I played Little Nightmares, which like the graphics I don't really care as much about, or if you're playing like Hollow Knight or something like that, like if you're playing one of those like cartoon arcade games in a way, then you're probably not really going to care. Or you're playing an older game, like the quality is just not going to be as good, so like you're going to care less. So that's, I feel like the biggest gripe for me is if I can't use this on networks where I need a Wi-Fi browser where I would likely use it would be at work, then can't use it there. And then, if I'm going to be at home, like I'm just going to use my PlayStation with the TV because I have my the room and the setup. I'm going to use that. I guess like maybe if your girlfriend wants to watch some Netflix or something and you want to sit on the couch by her and still be able to talk, and you guys are kind of doing your own thing and you're kind of talking about your days. She's watching something, you're playing games or whatever. Then you can sit there and play this while she else uses the TV if you only have the one TV. Or it would be kind of weird to like. I mean, some people I guess do it. Having two TVs by each other, where she's watching on here and you're playing on there. Um, so like maybe you have that, but like in my setup, I just have the one TV, so like I could see myself. I could do playing on here, talking to her while she watches something. But that's gonna probably do it for this video. Those are my thoughts on here. Uh, yeah, if you're somebody that is okay with the screen, um, and really wants to be able to play some games somewhere else, or has the dailies or something like that, and there's solid Wi-Fi connections in the places that you are likely to be going, then I feel like this is something that is going to be for you. It's and the Wi-Fi networks that don't require the web browser to log in, because for $200, this is a really solid device. I'm not gonna lie, very solid for $200. Maybe if they make like a PlayStation Portal 2 and uh, improve it, add the web browser, add a like having like an OLED screen, then maybe I would get it. But then two, I feel like that's kind of pushing into a tough territory where they're starting to compete with other devices that already kind of do that and more, where you would be more likely to get them. But definitely, you know, if you have no problems with the things that I mentioned, then I feel like this device is for you. Hopefully, it's in stock soon before the holidays. But for me, not being able to use it at work with a web browser, and if I'm at home, I'm going to be wanting to use my nicer TV, and then the games I play, I'm just going to want to use the nice TV. So not for me, but maybe it is for you. So let me know your thoughts down below. Any comments you have. I might look a little bit tired because I am. Sorry if you hear my cat run around in the background. Whenever I'm trying to record anything, he just has to run around like a crazy man. But if you guys can give this video a like, you can subscribe, comment. That'd be much appreciated. I'll see you guys in the next video.